Matthew 15 verse 26. So we see that Jesus called deliverance the children's bread. And this means that deliverance belongs to God's people first. And throughout Jesus' ministry and teachings, he showed that the ministry of deliverance is first to believers and then to unbelievers. How? Number one, we see him defining his audience. In Matthew 15:24, he says that he was sent to the lost sheep of Israel. God's people first. Also in Matthew 10, when he was sending the 12, he told them, go first to the lost sheep of Israel. The other thing is the setting where most deliverances of Jesus were taking place. They were not mostly taking place in the marketplace. Most were inside the synagogue. And this shows that church attendance is not equal to deliverance. You can be in spiritual environments, but still be vexed with the devil. You remember like in Acts 16, that girl that was following Paul and Silas. She was in prayer meetings, but she was still in bondage. The other thing is that deliverance is covenant-based. Like when Jesus delivered the woman in Luke 13, we see that he said that the daughter of Abraham cannot be bound, meaning that deliverance is part of our covenant inheritance. It's part of what Christ paid on the cross. Luke 11:24-26, Jesus talked of the empty house, the empty spiritual house, that when demons find an empty house, they go for 7 others and come to inhabit it. So this means that focusing on delivering unbelievers is ineffective, because after you deliver an unbeliever, their house remains empty. Their house remains uninhabited. So unclean spirit will still inhabit it after, making their condition worse than it was before. But if you deliver a believer, if you drive out an unclean spirit from a believer, the Holy Ghost will come and indwell them, filling the house, making that believer better, because Jesus said, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. So when the Spirit comes, he begins to produce the fruit of the Spirit from this believer, and the believer becomes better. So this means that even believers, even those church attendees, like the way Jesus would rebuke the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They were deep in religion and deep in laws. They seemed perfect. They seemed the church-going people, but they still needed deliverance from their mindset. They still needed deliverance from religiosity. So even believers need deliverance.